Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Blackheart, Stage 1. Okay, I'm going to make myself a quick sketch just to make sure I get everything in and get it the way I want it. Trying to think of some good poses. And I know you probably can't see this, but that's okay. This is mostly for me, just to make sure that I get everything in the right place and leave room for everything, because sometimes I'll draw and go too far and forget about stuff, and I just want to make sure I get everything in. And make sure that I don't forget any of the good details, because sometimes the stuff is really good and I don't want to miss out on anything, but I get so excited and I'll forget to draw this, I'll forget to draw that. See, like he's got this sash hanging down underneath his belt. I gotta make sure I get in there, and I almost forgot it. Let's see, so that goes in, gonna make it strong like that. Let's see, I'm gonna have his hands kind of, one kind of out, one kind of up and defiant, you know, just thinking about poses and what looks good, basically, and gotta make sure that it looks perfect. Okay, maybe not perfect, but you know, enough to make you guys happy. Let's see, I'm not crazy about that kind of pose. That'll work, that's fine. Okay, so this hand I'm going to have up, and it's that whole, like I said, I'm going to make him with a fist, and so I just got to sketch out a few things here real fast just to make sure I get it in the right pose. Like, see, I could tell by that sketch that that was off, proportion wise, and so that's why I just had to do that real fast just to double check. Let's see, this one's going to come down like that. Okay, oh yeah, I should finish his head, huh? I'm all ready to get started with a Sharpie, but I don't even have his head finished. And he's got this weird extra hood piece on it looks like it's sewn on. Not sure why, but we're gonna draw it, right? So let me just finish up a few more things here. I guess I need to draw his eye patch, give him an eyebrow and an eyeball, and then his little goatee and mustache, that is. I'm gonna round out his head a little bit more, because now that I drew it out, it doesn't quite fit his head. Did I say his hood? Sorry. Okay, I think that might be good enough there. I'm not crazy about that hand, though. I want to do something better. Let me try something else. Sorry if this sketch is taking a little while, but I was just trying to do something good for you guys. Okay, something like that ought to work. Nothing too crazy. But that looks better than what I had before. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to a Sharpie. And you know what, I'm going to start with the sharp Sharpie. The Sharpie is sharp Sharpie. just to get the details of the face, because the other one's too big for that. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the border of his hood, so it'll give me edges like that. So now I can come back and add some detail here. Okay, so I'm going to draw his patch like that, and then I'll go ahead and color it in. You know, I'm going to do that with the big fat Sharpie though. I'm just going to draw a line like that. Okay, so I'm going to draw his other eye in here like this, the one you can see. And we'll draw his eyebrow like that. And I'm not going to add too many details for the nose, because the nose is not something you need to add too many details to for it to be understood as a nose. If you add too many, then it's going to really stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and draw his mouth first, then his lip. So now I've got the defining features, and I can add the rest of it now that I know where everything is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and draw his chin. Come up like that. So now I can add his little goatee. And you can do it however you want. Just make sure there's more on the chin than anything else. Then his mustache, just don't touch. I mean, if you do, no big deal. But that's kind of the whole idea of a goatee, right? If not, it'd be a beard. So that's what we're not drawing. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to big fat Sharpie for the rest. And because it's all mostly in black, I'm going to let the coloring take care of that. This is basically going to be pretty much an outline, as if you're going to color the entire thing something different. But we'll worry about coloring with black afterwards when we do the color. Okay, so since we know where his hood is, we can go ahead and bring it down and draw the rest of it, and just connect it following your sketch, or my sketch, I guess. And you're going to follow your look of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and connect and make his chest and all that stuff. So we're going to draw his neck like that, and his shirt is wide open to show his big pirate tattoo. Okay, and he's got let's draw this buckle. That's going to be the next thing that just kind of stands out to me as far as where it can connect stuff. Okay, so now I've got a defining line that I can connect like this, and he's got a shirt inside here, but we'll come back and do that with the finer Sharpie. For now, I'm just going to keep going with this. So I'm going to draw a flap of his coat like that, and come down this, and draw the other flap that's kind of almost the opposite. It's weird. It's design. I shouldn't call it weird. It's their look, their design. It kind of goes up like this, like the flap is over. This is, to me, that's kind of opposite. But hey, that's how it is. So I'm going to do that and come over, and then it's got kind of a back piece. It's not really a hood, but like a shoulder piece that kind of comes over like that. And I guess it makes sense if you close it up, but for now, we're just going to draw what we see. Okay. So since I have all that defined, I'm going to make his belt to give us more defining edges. And does that make sense why I did it like that? Because that's like the buckle that goes over the line. Hope so. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out his waist. I'm going to connect him like that. And there's going to be a crease in his material. That's why I did that extra line. Sometimes I'll do stuff like that just to, give it its own look, make it unique. Because I know that material has creases in it when it's bent. Alright, do something like that. And let's go ahead and do his arm. I'm going to bring it down like this. And I'm always drawing like little creases because, it's, like I said, it's a shirt. It's a material, or a jacket in this case. And it's always got bends and creases and folds, So I just kind of do stuff like that just to kind of, make it look worn, used, So he has kind of a floofy pirate sleeve at the end of his arm there. So we're just going to draw his hand out like that. Just kind of a, hey, how you doing? Okay, so there's his thumb. And then draw his finger like this. Draw the middle finger like that. And draw the other one like that. And I'm just going to kind of stick his pinky out like this. He's a something like that is kind of what we're going for. Okay, well, that hand's done, so let's not worry about it. Let's just keep going on to this one over here. And so now this is going to be all bent up. So, you know, and they do have like little buckle things that go around, but because it's on the top side and we're looking like this, we're only going to see the ends. So you can do something like this, you know. That'll define those little things, okay? Same thing over here. We're gonna have to do it's on this side, so we're not going to see the whole thing. So let's go ahead and draw down to the arm. And again, I'm just kind of drawing like little folds like that, just to show that it's bent, okay? And so I'm going to end it about right there. And I'm going to, since I know those are coming up, I'm going to go ahead and draw them because I want them a little bit outside of the sleeve, like that. See how the sleeve is going behind it? That's what I wanted. See? So here we're going to draw the poofy pirate sleeve. I'm going to do like this, and I'm just kind of trying to stagger it to make it look like the way it looks. Okay? So the hand is pretty easy. It's complicated but easy if you just think about it. So it kind of goes like that. See how it's not in a row? It kind of goes like that. So that's what we're going for. Okay? So to do that, I know that the edge of this hand is going to be about right there. And so you got that crease, and then there's your bottom pinky like that. So I'm just going to kind of do like that. And that'll define where everything else is going to go. Okay? Your thumb is laying over everything like that. So I kind of wanted to put that first. And then everything else can go around that. So now I'm going to do that ring finger. Going to do the middle finger, and the first finger, all you're going to see is that part of the knuckle, like that part right there. So that'll count for that, and then we just bring this hand in, or that hand in, that edge in, and we're pretty much done with the hand. So now I'm going to draw the rest of his coat hanging down open to his pants. And so since that's over everything, I'm just going to kind of do like that. And that'll give me edges that I can work with, okay? This one, again, has this little thing that I want over the coat, so I'm going to draw that first, and then I can draw behind it, like that, okay? And it's kind of a little split up on the side is what that is that's holding it together. So let's connect this, and he's got more of them like this. And there's little buttons, but I'll come back with the finer Sharpie for that, because look at there, that's way too thick, and it doesn't look good. So let's just draw it like that. His coat, his shirt kind of comes down a little bit, so we're gonna do something like that to finish that off, and then we'll draw the legs underneath there. But, oops, got too excited when I'm talking. Let's draw that sash I was talking about. So it kind of goes like this. And then it's kind of knotted up here and hangs down. And I'm just kind of drawing some folds, basically is all I'm drawing. So I don't have to worry too much about it. But I did want it over the edge, so I wanted to do that first. And connect that there, okay? So now let's draw the legs. And there's pretty much, just like his sleeve, they're poofy pants. So I just got to draw a bunch of poofy things, right? Let's see, he's got knee pads that I want to draw and not lose. Okay, and then I can build off of that. So he's got straps holding that in, and then his pants are kind of poofy like that. Okay. And so now I can draw his boots, which there's a lot of poof. There's a lot of poof in everything I'm drawing. So I was going to say his poofy boots, but they're not quite poofy. They're just stick out a lot. So I'm just going to kind of, you've seen pirate stuff. You know how it is. For some reason, everything is kind of like big, you know? Can't just have regular stuff. It's got to have big, overdone, huge poof I guess that's the best way I could say it. So let's just draw his shoes, then I'll come back and add a few little details with the tiny pen, and we'll be finished with this. Okay, so I'm going to do some creases in his boots like that. I'll go ahead and do both at the same time so you know where we are. Boots like that. And so now I'm going to draw his top foot to his toes. So here we're going to do his top foot to his toes. And he has kind of pirate boots, so there's a tiny heel, but you can't see it here because it's facing straight at you. So I'm just going to kind of come down and go over to the toe. So I'm going to come down, define a heel, and then go over to this toe. Okay? That'll take care of that. So let's add a few tiny details for ourselves. Okay, so there's this. You're welcome to do this if you'd like. If not, you can take care of it with color, because that was one of my choices. I was going to say, you know what, I'm going to do that in color, but you know, I'm not. I'm going to do it like this, just to help us out. Okay, and then he's got a couple of straps over his boot, like that. This one kind of goes over like this. And like I said, I wanted to add the tiny little buttons inside this. And I did want to add a few more little creases in this arm, just because it's bent more than this one. You know, this one's got, you know, a look to it, but it's got a few more creases. So I just wanted to add a couple. You're more than welcome to do it. You don't have to. I just thought I'd do it just to have a little fun with it. Okay. So I'm just going to do his shirt, which is kind of open. It's kind of got little tiny buttons on it too, but I'm just going to kind of do something like this, which is still, it's got a collar like that. You can't quite see this collar because of the way it's all bent over. And then just do a few more little buttons just to define his Captain Cool pirate shirt, and then I'll take care of the rest with color. So for now, that is Blackheart Stage 1. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.